That's Mortal Kombat 11. Like I said, I just got this one.
Towers of Time Crypt. Towers, classic towers.
Just got this one last month, so.
Sonya.
I'll try her at minimum. Whatever it's called. Here we go. Not connected to Twitch. So it looks.
Your people must face its past.
Can't even get them to face the present.
Then they have no future.
Round one, fight.
There we go. There's her punch. He's not letting me get it on. Oh, I was doing my best to fuck up. There we go. Can't always get it on. He's gonna win, dang it. Dang it, he won.
Nightwolf wins.
What's going on? Oh, here we go. Yeah, finally connected to Twitch.
Fight. Local. Tournament. Online. AI battle. On tournament.
Scary, dude.
Cassie Cage.
There we go. Oh, I don't guess I can play this.
Cassie Cage.
Tournament. Online. Local. local. Fight. Customize. Conquer. Story. Towers of Time. Classic Towers.
I'm still figuring out this game.
Cassie Cage.
Here we go.
What's up?
You will serve as my new bodyguard.
Thanks, but hard pass.
First, you must learn your place.
Round 1. Fight!
You'll be my slave.
Round 2. Fight!
Beat me again. She does have her mother's record.
Finish her!
And she won. At wit. She reminds me of that ghost on Ghostbusters. Another one in the library.
Sindel wins.
Ew. That was a gross fatality. I'm not doing too well on this game tonight. I don't think I've played it since July 4th. I don't remember.
What's up?
Impudent girls get bloody bottoms.
Do not want to know what you're talking about.
You'll be spanked until you bleed.
Round 1. Fight!
When was the last time I played it? July something. Hard to believe the summer's already about gone. Although this year you're not really going to miss this year. This is not going to be one of the years anybody's going to actually cry and lose sleep over about losing.
Round 2. Fight!
So for you maybe lose another year of your life, and maybe especially if you're a senior. And your days are short, and your summers are short. And I think that they clogged it up with all this stuff. Instead of living life, they worried about a virus. they cannot control. But it was good news that 70% say that they won't take their vaccine. I don't know how they're going to get past that one. 70% say they're not interested in taking their vaccine. That's good news. That's real good news. That's the greatest, best news out of this whole thing. I'm not taking it. I don't ever take the vaccine. I skipped out on some of the ones I was supposed to take. When I got old enough to decide what people put in my body, I didn't take them. And they couldn't make me. Their threats of not sending me to school and none of that didn't work. I just didn't take them. See, when I was a little boy, I didn't have no choice. But when I got big, I quit taking them. And boy, was I big. I was 6 foot, 300 pounds as a boy. I quit taking it. And she won again. You suck on that, Bill Gates, you little freak. You little freak. Nobody wants your vaccine. Why don't you go to hell where you belong? That's so funny. 70% say they'll wait and see how it happens, how it goes. Me, I'm not never taking it. I don't want it.
Conquer.
Wasting people's lives over a virus that you got no control over. That don't even kill most people. You even have to find with the tweezers. I said it on my Twitter this morning. I won't say it here on this thing, because one, I'm trying. But it's sort of like a little you-know-what. You got to find it with tweezers. You got to find it under a freaking microscope. And that's what they're freaking worried about. Sorry. But not sorry. I'm not going to be sorry. Somebody's got to speak out against this craziness. This world's one insane. I'll be right back. I'm going to switch to the other game. I'm more familiar with it. So I'm going to find a intermission here. Any of my intermissions here. I don't think I have anything. I've got to make something. I've got the thing with the flags on it, but sometimes these people get offended by things so much. I mean, they're wasting people's... I mean, some people, these are their final years. They're at the sunset of their life, their last summers they're going to see. Their last Christmases, their last springs. And they tied it up with this crazy virus that they've got no control over. Once it got out of the lab, there's no way to contain it. You just had to live with it. We'll put it on that right there. It won't have a video because it's my video camera. And the video camera isn't plugged up. So I'm going to switch to studio mode. Then I'm going to switch to games. Yeah, I'm sorry, but not sorry. It's going to be like James Storm. Cowboy James Storm. Sorry, but not sorry. Because they're wasting people's years. No, they're really wasting my years. I'm a diabetic. I'm not promised anything. Diabetes can go south real quick. You can be fine, and then something go out on you. Wasting our years over this virus that they have no control over. I don't care that I'm on some services that don't like you speaking out against things. And I know I am. I don't care. I'm an American. Sue me. American with constitutional rights. How'd I get out of studio mode? Here we go. The way I see it, the way they've been having you live, that ain't no way to live anyway.
Lin Kuei wins.
I'm sorry. Oh, I should do a random here.
Sonya Blade.
Well, it's exciting.
Liu Kang.
That's good news that 70% isn't even interested in taking their vaccine. That means Bill Gates can shove it, and Burks. And by the way, woman, I ain't never wearing a mask in my house.
So it begins.
I don't may have to do anything.
Looks that way.
You can shove that sumbitch up your ass.
Enough.
Round
Woman.
1. Fight.
Where does it depend for all I care? Little kooky woman. You shove it. I'll never wear one in my house. You can't make me outside. You can threaten arrest, fines, whatever you want. You can't make me. And I won't pay you freaking fines. You don't have it. My face. And it's not going on my face.
Will not be remembered.
Round 2. Fight.
Freaky old woman. I like some of them coming out. It was too bad some of the pedophilia stuff come out on some of these individuals. So they be in trouble. So you never have to look at them again. You know these sick freaks, they're all into all this bullshit. Satanic. Heathen.
Finish her.
You know that Roberts is involved in something. He always leaves their way. They got something on that guy. He's evil, y'all. He's compromised.
Liu Kang wins.
And I pray God expose him. Especially since he come up against the church. I pray the Lord expose him. Because he's something's about him.
You wanted something?
But he was, I mean, after all, he was put there by crooked George Bush.
And I have an ass to kick with you.
George W. Bush.
Fight.
Satan's son. I'm calling Satan the one that's in hell now. The one that come here on my very birthday in '92 and spoke his old New World Order statement for my town.
Don't know when
Well,
to
at least
quit,
I'm
do
reading
ya?
that time.
Round 2.
I've gotten rusty
Fight.
with this game. Rusty! Good news is they may sentence me. Or at least it'll be up on your YouTube. Because I'm recording. I don't care if you sentence me. I've been sentenced for years. They started me in 2014. And they didn't like some of my characters in the JCW.
Final round. Fight.
Like I say, I'm an American with constitutional rights. I'm going to practice them. And I don't care whether they like it or not. I'm not wearing a freaking mask. I'm not hiding from a virus. If I were to die of it, I would just die. Just like I would die trying to defend myself if somebody was trying to hurt me. I'm not going to hide under a table. Oh, sure. There we go. It's controller.
Retirement in my ass.
Sonya wins.
That was good. That was good. Barely skinning my teeth, though. Let's try some towers. Although I have a feeling I'm going to fail now. There ain't going to be many of us going to be sad to see this year go. Only the fact that some people are losing their last sunsets. Of course, you never know. I mean, really, I mean, everybody. I mean, the baby, the minute it is conceived in that womb, it can die. It can die before it ever even gets out of that womb. So that Grim Reaper is already after you the minute you're conceived. That's why I don't live my life fearing about it. Because you can die at any time. You're not promised any amount of days. It's just like test your luck here. You're not promised tomorrow. You're not promised the next minute. I'm not promised the next minute.
Sonya Blade.
I know that. I'll probably get killed. Because I've sort of gotten rusty with this game. Both of them. I couldn't even win at all with the other one. I thought I'd do a little better with this one.
Test your luck. Round 1, fight.
Yeah, I've gotten rusty. Don't use them. You don't use your skills to lose them.
As you were.
Round 2, fight. Sonya wins.
They can have their paid little minions to get on the social media and attack me too all they want. Because a lot of that people, a lot of them work for nefarious people. Obama was bad at that. He always had people combing the internet, trying to couture things. That is dark forces. A lot of them people ain't even real. Their opinions are
Test
bald.
your luck.
They're kind of like they call them, they're bites.
Round 1.
They're bites for whoever controls them. But I'm not controlled by anybody. You see, that's why they don't like me at all. Nobody controls me. I don't work for nobody. I can say what I want to say, and I'm independent. And I may sound like I'm like a Cult 45 or whatever they call me, but I can say what I want to say. Nobody tells me what to do, and I don't have any repercussions. I don't have to answer nobody. Nobody's answering.
Round 2, fight.
Because the Constitution gives me the First Amendment to say it. I don't work for nobody, so nobody can fire me. Oh yeah, they can delete the social media accounts. I'll just find it somewhere else.
Sonya wins.
And you know what? That podcast, even if I had businesses, I'd keep my podcast a private thing. You want to know why? Because if it was a business, they would target it. They do you like they do Alex Jones. What I would do is I'd use something else to make my living with. And that would just be my voice. In other words, it would be a private thing. It'd be free. And it would be just to use to speak out. And they could come after my company.
Test your
But
luck.
I'd still not tie my business up with the podcast.
Round 1, fight.
It'd still be a free podcast. It wouldn't have nothing to do with the business like that. So they couldn't use it to suppress it. And in order to just be clearly a mouthpiece, so I could voice my opinion. Yeah, I would never make a living off the podcast. Never. Not unless I was going to discuss gaming or something that wouldn't cost. If it dealt with covering politics in any way, it'd be totally free.
Round
That way
two.
they don't have nothing
Fight.
to go against. Clearly freedom of speech. They can't even really take you to court on those. Yeah, they could probably accuse you of making up something that's reading in the media. I mean, you just report what you read. That's what I do. Report what I'm reading. If it was wrong, the one who created it got it wrong.
Sub-Zero wins.
Now, if you set and made up something, that'd be criminal. I don't never do that. And I'm going on record here to say that I don't do that. But I'd always keep a podcast. It would never be
Test your
something
luck.
for a living if it was political. Because they gonna go after you living.
Round one.
Now, if you
Fight.
work for anybody, they can get you fired. You just have to be independent and have your own business. You don't tie your business up with it. In other words, your business will be the funds in it, and you just use it to speak out. That's how they tried to silence people bigger than anything, is tape their financials away. Did they win again?
Just my patience.
Round two.
Always
Fight.
lose against them even in the old game. I'm rusty right now. I need to find a better controller. I just don't like that.
Sheer despair.
Quartered one just got where it wasn't working. I don't know what was. Did I beat him?
You're not understanding me.
I beat him.
Final round. Fight.
What is that? Right?
Sonya
I beat him.
wins.
That was good. I hope I'm not staying with the same battle. Oh no, here we go. We're going to this one. New change.
Test your luck.
Right now, I took a little bit of a break from the podcast. At least a couple of days. I didn't never take one today, so I guess I won't have one for today.
Round one. Fight.
That was my birthday, so. I didn't even think I looked at the new today. Well, I seen a little bit. Well, yeah, I seen the giant a while ago. That's how I knew about the vaccine. So I just get frustrated when I think this whole year has been robbed here over something that you got no control over.
Round two. Fight.
Now, if it's been as massive as they said it was going to be, it might have been one thing. I might even seen wearing hazmat suits that was really bad. you need a hazmat, you wouldn't need a mask. Most people wouldn't even have the money to afford it. Those things are expensive. He won.
You will not be remembered.
Final round. Fight!
That's got about that. Six. I can fight with the buttons, you know, the four directional keys. I can't do as good as I can. He won.
Can wins.
I gotta do better on the social media thing. I said Saturday I was through with it.
Test
Saturday,
your luck.
Sunday, late Saturday, early Sunday. There I logged back into it. I'm not really what you call through with it, but I mean like, I got this habit of just going around comments.
Round one.
Like I'll see
Fight.
listen, I'll see articles, I'll comment on them. And I
As you
sort of
were.
did some of that today. Not complete, not like normal, but
Round
I did
two.
it.
Fight.
I was a little fair.
Sonya
Those
wins.
are good.
Flawless victory.
Those are battles that you just hit somebody and they fall down. But I sort of gave in and I commented on a few things today. And of course the mask people. I always said I've had that ever since I stood up at the doctor's office. Going on a whole month now.
Test your luck.
And you know what? I love these ones who like to compare it to the famous jaywalking or walking nude or anything. I'm gonna say this on record since I'm on video. You wanna know the truth behind that is?
Round one. Fight.
I've done dealt with the Justice Department on discrimination. And you know all these people that are making the rules in town? You wanna know what that's about? That's protecting their business. Because I had a discrimination case against me with the Phillips Arena. They sold cheap tickets, you know, it was one of those deals where you got the CD and you bought the ticket for $25. And I'm disabled. Well, we bought the sale ticket. Well, they didn't have seats
Round two.
for disabled
Fight.
people in those factories. Well, we got there, we drove 2 hours, an hour and 30 minutes, whatever it is to get to Atlanta. And they got down there and said, well, you're either going to have to upgrade or sorry. And I said, no, I won't be sorry. I'll sue your ass. And then they ran like chickens with their heads cut off. They walked around and went and talked to somebody for a while. And then finally they come back and found us some seats. Now, I was mad about that because it was clear discrimination. Well, I took it to the Justice Department. The lady come all the way up to Dalton and talked to me from
Final
Atlanta
round.
at the Justice Department. And she told me, she said, you do have a discriminatory case. But the problem is, with the Justice Department, the fact that they actually gave the tickets even though they didn't want to, by the Justice Department, they had solved the issue, but you still got an issue of discrimination. And she said, you can take it personally. But you got to do it within 6 months to a year. And, but I'll back you up in court.
Sonya.
I believe that's what she said. I think she said I had 6 months to a year to file it. And I was actually thinking about doing it. We had some tragedy happen around that time. And I didn't even have 6 months to a year to tie up in it. So I just went ahead and dropped it. But I was actually going to push it. Because it was a clear case of discrimination. And also, if they retaliate against you once you file it, that's an automatic with the Justice Department. You see, these stores couldn't really get in with the HEFA laws and the discriminatory, the Disability Act, which was what I was going to sue them on. you can sue them based on the Disability Act. There's no way they can get by with that. So see, these governments, these local governments are giving these sorry-ass businesses the legal cover that I'm just following the rules. It's probably still wouldn't hold up if you found a constitutional judge. But you'd have to have a constitutional judge and not a schmuck who's going to be a legislator behind the bench. You probably would win, though, because they don't have a right. See, government hides by unanimity. That's how they're getting by. Now, I don't think they have the legal cover. I think if you really challenge them and you found you're a good judge, you could probably win against them schmucks, too. Because they're really just working for the people, but they're doing it under the cover of unanimity, just like these social medias control us under unanimity. If they agree to, then they don't live by them. See, that's what it's all about. It's about protecting them businesses. They can get sued. I don't know what I'm talking about. I done dealt with it. I felt so pissed off about that. I didn't just drop it. Even though they gave me the tickets, I was so mad. I contacted the Justice Department. And I had a case. I just didn't act on it because of personal issues. She actually told me she'd back me in court. She said, I have a case, but because I settled, that because they gave me the tickets, they settled it, where the Justice Department wouldn't kind of get involved in it. She sent it in anyway. She said, I'm going to go ahead and send it in anyway, and we'll see what they do, but I'm done telling you, they probably won't take it, because they gave you the tickets. If they didn't want to, she put her hands up and said, or it was a man, I don't remember. It was a man that came back. I believe it might have been a woman at first, I don't remember. It's been years ago, we're talking about 2012. But whoever was at the desk first said, well, I'm sorry. I said, well, I'm not sorry. I said, either we drove 2 hours here, and I'm disabled, and either I get some tickets today, or you're going to get sued. She said, no entry. I remember that's what they said. I believe they said, either you pay to upgrade, or you don't get to enter. I believe that was it. We're going off memory here. And I said, no, I'm not sorry. I said, I drove here 2 hours. And I said, we're going to either see the show, or I'm going to sue you. And the papers started flying. They ran like chickens with their heads cut off in that little office. And the next thing you know, somebody come back and said, we're going to take care of you, sir. Don't worry about it. I said, yes, I know you're going to take care of it. I said, I'm sorry I had to get rough, but you people discriminated against me. That's what I told him. I believe he was a he. I believe he had glasses on, if I remember correctly. Because I think his glasses kept fogging up while he was dealing with him. But anyways, it's been a long time ago. Long time ago. But they don't have a right to discriminate against you. And it's not the same thing as jaywalking. And it's not the same thing as going around nude or without shoes. Or without a shirt. It's not even the same category. You're talking about, first of all, they can't even ask you what your health issues are. That's the Disability Act. Now, these other privacy laws, that prevents them from doing things. They can get sued based on that. And they know it. That's why the stores started backing off in places where there wasn't no controls. Because you see, the control is to cover the business so it can't get sued. That's what it's all about. And I figured it out. I figured it out just by knowing how the disability worked and trying to sue them. Because I was actually going to. I just didn't go through with it. And I'm not lying about that. I was really pissed off. I took it to the Justice Department. Even though they gave me the tickets, I was still pissed off. I sat pissed the whole night. I didn't even watch the damn show after I got in there. I really should have just left. It was just pulling in my brain. I was thinking, them son of a bitches discriminate against me. And I'm talking about my daddy there. That's the way he does. That used to do. And I was just mad about it. And when I got home, what did I do? I wrote the Justice Department. Well, she contacted me back. I think I'll get off here for tonight. I've been on for 40 minutes now. That's usually a whole day for me. So I was on a couple times today, probably. Well, actually, this is a new day. I'm probably about how I am normal. Yeah, I know they can't discriminate. Now, it's not even the same as the gay cake thing, even though, in my opinion, they probably should have just baked them. You see the gay cake thing, that's not, there's no law against them telling them they have to bake a cake, but your health issues are a law. There's several laws. Most states have the privacy laws. Georgia's one of them. But Georgia ain't pushing anyway, because thank God we got a governor that's not going that route. And I hope he stays the course. It's looking like it's successful. He probably will stay the course. But that's the reason they're doing all the ruse. This is their way of protecting them businesses, so they can have the cover of rue. But I think it could be challenged even there. I think it could challenge it at a state level if you found a judge. Now, you see, that's the problem. California run into that. The churches were challenging it, and they ruled in their favor. And then that schmuck at the Washington ruled in favor of them too. The one that's the criminal. If something's wrong with, he's a criminal, y'all. They got something on that dirty bastard. He's a dirty criminal. Because he always does that. He's done it ever since the beginning. He's just he's a traitor to the America is what he is. Yes, you are, John Roberts. I will call you out. You're a freaking traitor. And you need to, you're a criminal is what you are. I know they're logging everything. Yeah, Deep State.